Okay. I'm nervous! I've never done this before!
Have you seen like what the beginning of my videos look like? My little like intro when I do collabs?
No.
Fake fan. Hello everyone, Chandler here, and today I'm joined by the wonderful, the amazing, Chase Ross. Introduce yourself, talk about your channel.
Hello, it is me, Chase Ross. I have a channel on this beautiful platform called YouTube. My channel is uppercase Chase 1. I'm trans. I talk about trans things and mental health things and obviously Christmassy stuff.
You are by far my most requested collab to make, and I really wanted to make this video specifically about surviving the holidays with like dealing with unsupportive family members or like not being out and having to be around family members when you're in the closet, and just kind of talk about like what that looks like and different advice on how to get through that if that's something that you're struggling with, because we both have had our fair share of awkward family encounters.
So one, I want a disclaimer that I understand that not everyone celebrates Christmas, and this is like me, I celebrate Christmas, so these are only my experiences and I don't represent the entire trans community, so 100% disclaimer, but I will talk about a couple of experiences that I've had. So my biggest thing when I first came out was that I didn't actually really tell my dad that I was trans. He kind of just guessed and we never really talked about it. Don't do that, kids. It's a bad idea. So I would keep getting gifts that had my birth name on them, and slowly I started to tell my dad like, hey, this is my name. You need to start calling me my name. I got my name changed legally, and then they would still be using my old name, and it really hurt, and I honestly had no idea how to deal with it. What also really hurt was the gifts that I was getting, and they were very gendered in the female category, which, yes, we're in society, gender, clothes doesn't have a gender, but when I was first coming out, it was super important for me to like have everything that was super masculine because I felt like I needed to fit into this box. So when I'd open the present to like these pink Tweety Bird pajamas, it was something that I just really like didn't identify with, and I felt like my family didn't understand how hurtful this would be for me.
I also struggled with like the names on my presents being the wrong name and how upsetting it was, and my mom, she was really sweet in trying to like get out of that, and so rather than writing my birth name, she would write like lovey, sweetheart, darling, like adorable terms of endearment, because she also knew that my dad was not going to be okay with the presents under the tree saying Chandler. They can at least write Chandler on my presents and like cards that they've given me over the years now, but when I first came out it was a very awkward, what's the boundary in terms of like what I'm allowed to be called and what you're willing to call me. And I feel like a lot of people are going through that right now, of kind of trying to have to juggle essentially what amount of respect they can live with and what exactly they can tolerate, so to speak. So like I know going to holiday dinners like with my extended family, I didn't ever once push my name. I didn't ever once push my pronouns at all. I was like, I'm just gonna stay in the closet. It's important to name that that's not a bad thing. Essentially realize that being out and being proud about your identity can also be a privilege, because some people are in situations where they can't be out, where it's like not safe, or just aren't ready to come out, or don't even want to come out because we're not obligated to come out. Coming out for everyone looks different.
Yeah, sometimes it actually is super hard to navigate being out on certain aspects, in certain aspects of your life, and then not out, especially for the holidays. So you can have this whole life where you're yourself and you finally feel like who you are, and people are seeing you as who you are online. And it's a beautiful thing, and we have this beautiful community of people who are very supportive of each other for the most part. But then you have your real life where you go to like extended family and stuff like. I never had to deal with that because I was super close to my extended family when I was younger, and then when I transitioned I kind of like went away from everyone because I didn't want to deal with having to come out to people and like disappointing people, so I just kind of didn't come out and didn't tell anyone. They somehow all found out themselves. I don't know how. And now seeing them, it's a little more awkward, but they're kind of in that middle, like they don't want to call me my old name because it's like obviously it's not me, but they also don't want to call me my new name, so they kind of just like, hey you over there.
I know when I was growing up, a lot of comments that I received from like family members, like during birthday parties or holiday events, they would always ask me, just not even just cis-normative, but also heteronormative comments. Like when I was still identifying as a girl, that I had relatives ask me like, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend?" And I'm just like, I don't even know if I like guys, or if I am a guy, or what's going on. And so I think it's important to just like, when you get little comments like that, they can wear you down and they can tear you down. I felt like they're just making assumptions about me and I'm not going to be able to relate to them because I don't have an answer for you. Do you have a boyfriend? Well, I'm not going to be able to tell you, no, I think I might be a lesbian. It made me feel very isolated. It made me feel like I wasn't going to be able to relate to my family and have a real conversation because they just weren't going to get it and they weren't going to understand this very big part of who I was. And I think when that happens, it's important to just like remind yourself, it's frustrating, but it doesn't last forever. Because you can either decide for yourself to come out and navigate that conversation, or you can start to distance yourself as you age, which is something that I did. In the moment, the only escaping I could really do was I would just go to the bathroom and just like sit and breathe a bit and talk to myself in the mirror and be like, hey, you're valid. One day you're going to be able to grow up and have your own family that knows who you are and respects who you are and wants the best for you. You are going to be able to grow up and you are going to be able to start a life for yourself.
Honestly, that's like probably the only thing that got me through any type of holiday. Even if we're not even talking about holidays, just anything. The only thing that helped me was to think, oh my God, one day I will be able to be who I am. And that was really hard for me to deal with, but I literally was like that for years and years. I realized I was trans when I was 15, and ever since I was 15, 16, I struggled so hard for so many years, and I delayed coming out, and I delayed doing anything, especially during the holidays, because everyone's so happy around the holidays, and you don't want to mess anything up. So I just had to not pretend to be happy, but like be happy for my future self. That and going online. To me, I can't stress that enough, how much validation I got from the community online. But the people who actually are here to like help you and validate you, those are the people that you need to stick with, and those are the people that you need to talk to and create your own community amongst these people, because that's what I did when I was younger, and it was a long time ago, but it is like 10 years ago, more than 10 years now, but it saved me. It saved my life, and it made me feel so much more valid, even during the holidays, even getting Christmas presents with my birth name on it, even getting those fuzzy pink socks that I hated so much. It really helped to have the knowledge that after I open these presents at 7 a.m., I can go upstairs on my computer and talk to the people who are literally dealing with the exact same things that I'm doing, and we can talk the exact same things that I'm dealing with, and we can talk about the things that we're going through and relate together and just kind of grow together and not kind of bask in our depression and just kind of be like, one day we'll be there.
I think that's what got me through all of high school, honestly, is just thinking, someday I'm going to graduate, someday I'm going to move out, someday I'm going to be where I want to be, someday I'm going to be so comfortable with myself. And it's okay if you're not there yet. It's okay if you're not comfortable with yourself yet. It's okay if you're not in the place you want to be in yet. But it's important to remember that you're not alone, and like going online and finding other people is so important. Having networking and being able to communicate with other people who are going through similar experiences is very enriching. Being able to have those bonds with people who get it when you feel like the people immediately around you just don't, and just reach out to people when you feel like you're alone or you're going through this situation of having frustrations of dealing with family, because it's not easy dealing with family because they don't always understand and they don't always accept or support. It's important to find people that do, and it's important to find people who you can connect with that will help you get to that point where you finally can be free and you can finally move out and do what you want to do and live your complete authentic self in whatever way that looks like for you.
Take care of yourself. Self-care around the holidays is probably one of the most important things, other than imagining yourself as, you know, in the future and talking to people online, because taking care of yourself, knowing that if you're going to a Christmas party with your whole family who's going to misgender you and not say your name and just be super disrespectful, even if they don't know they're being disrespectful, just going outside, going away for 5 minutes, going for 10 minutes, just take a breather.
I think it is important to just remind yourself that you're valid. You don't have to listen to what they say. And there are other people like you going through what you're going through, and you're not alone.
Yeah, you are valid, you are enough, you are trans enough, you deserve love, you deserve respect. 100%.
Thank you for being in my video. If you would like to see videos over on Chase's channel, because Chase is doing Vlogmas right now, I will link his channel in the description box down below, and there will also be an end screen card, if I can do that, or a card, something in the screen, whatever, to link you over there. And you can follow his social media, which will also be linked down below. Thank you for watching this. Take it easy. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through it. And I will see you very soon. Bye!